freedom for all. Asleep on concrete and coal, he had a passion like an all-consuming heat, encapsulating his unperturbed sleep, for he knew that the day of freedom would rise like the sun that he had seen between the bars and cells of his detention. He captured the dialogue of freedom so well because he captured love like an altruistic parent for all. He captured 27 times and beyond 100 times more the aspect of what it means to rise above physical imprisonment and rose to find not a key for his cell, but chose not to see a cell at all. Tata, father, husband, friend, but above all, humanness epitomized in fortitude of courage, mind, and soul. We salute you and say thank you for giving us the chance to draw breath as free people.
What I can say is that what had motivated me to come here and visit today is to commemorate him and also his legacy.
What is Nelson Mandela's legacy mean for you?
Actually, Nelson Mandela Day means a lot to me, like patriotism, love, and hope.
What Mandela did, he surprised the world. He did the unthinkable, to be isolated for so many years, and when you are released, you go to your so-called enemy and say, look, let's sit down and solve things together. If I was Mandela, I wouldn't do it. Truly speaking, I wouldn't do it. I would not reconcile with any perpetrator. But then again, I sit down and think, what would it do for the next generation? What example will I be making for the young generation? Mandela was an example to the world. He showed the other state leaders to forgive and reconcile with everyone that did all the wrongs to you and build the country together. For instance, for one example, when he was released, shortly after he was released, he went to Dr. Pestijuta, the one who was the prosecutor, and Dr. Pestijuta wanted the Rivonia trialists to get a capital punishment. But this remarkable man went to him and he had a cup of tea in his house, in Dr. Pestijuta's house. He did lots and lots of examples. He is an example to the world, not only to we people of this country, to the entire world. He's an example.
This day, Mandela Day, I've heard people talking about the triumph of human spirit. That's true. Over the city, yes. Now, I'd like to say this to the younger ones here. You see, you make most of it. You've heard Mama Kay the other day talking about his suffering, how they suffered and so on and so on and so on. Young ones make the most of this. When you say that it's a victory of human spirit, what that means is that, political prisoners were sent there to be broken down by the system, to be frustrated. But that never happened. they came out triumphantly. For Mandela to spend 26 years or 27 years behind bars and came out smiling, wanting to shake his hand with his enemy, that is a triumph on its own. That's victory on its own. Who can do that? For 27 years, confined me in a 3x2 cell or 2.5 by 2.5 cell for 27 years. I come out and come and shake your hand, say, let's be friends. That's the victory we're talking about. That is the triumph we're talking about.
I think this day is very important to me because that's what we are celebrating or leaving a legacy from Tata Mandela for what he did for us. We are here today because of him and others who fight for apartheid and for freedom.
You know, as somebody who's struggling for justice, I have this sense that must we all forgive? You know, it's okay for Mandela to forgive because he's in that position. But if we all forgive, then we let all these people off the hook. And I think we shouldn't let them off the hook. And I don't forgive some of these people who did atrocious things and are still hiding in the woodwork in South Africa and abroad. Because I think that story they need to be punished. They need to tell the truth. There needs to be investigation and sentencing at some time for there to be justice. Because I don't think that we have justice. So I think Mandela is that person who says that right thing, but I don't feel wrong by saying, no, I don't forgive. And I told myself, I mustn't feel bad for that, because I'm still struggling for justice, for a lot of people who want some kind of finality and answer and accountability out of this process that we've been through. So I have mixed feelings about this word forgiveness. And it hits hard on a day like this because I think, when am I going to let go? But for now, I'm not going to.